Traders from around the world, what's going on? It's your boy Ricky Cadan back again with another real life stock review just for you, reporting in from Brisbane, Australia. Hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. Today is Friday, the end of the week. It is a phenomenal week, and we are once again ending the week of the SPY with a bearish candle. Now, guys, this is not looking super bullish. Just going to throw that out there. If you take a look at the daily chart, I have spoke about this pretty much for the last few stock reviews, probably the last few weeks. I did mention we would trade up higher and then come back down. What's actually really interesting about the SPY, we were actually speaking about the similarities between what happened back in the 2016 election and what is happening right now. So if I just zoom right back to here, which was pretty much the exact same time, ironically, we did trade lower through September just before the election. Now, if I just kind of copy these bars, guys, I'll just copy these bars from September through till November, just before the election, and we'll just kind of have a look at what transpired, what is transpiring right now. And if you guys can see the similarities, check this out. So this is quite interesting. I believe we are currently trading within this particular range, and I do expect this exact same pattern to follow as well. And ironically, this would put us roughly around the 100 and the 200 simple moving average. So just before the elections, guys, I do expect the market to be quite weak, fairly sideways. So any directional trades that you're looking at are most likely going to be very, very short term, but all your swing trades are most likely going to be non-directional at this particular point in time. So the SPY, this is what my thoughts are on the broader markets. I do think this is going to happen. Makes a lot of sense, and depending on who gets in over the election will determine which direction in the market that we go. Here's the E-minis. Now the E-minis is just bouncing off the 50 EMA, which is absolutely sensational. I do believe that tonight will be a inside day candle, given that yesterday was about a 2%. It was about a 2.5% range in the day, or close to just over 2% range in the day, which is quite large. So I do expect us to trade within this particular range. And for the most part, guys, I'm just fairly neutral. There are a few day trades out there that do look good, but for the most part, just make sure you guys limit your risk and trade your plan. Let's take a look at Twitter. Now, Twitter, I did draw this particular line right here. Good old Mr. Squiggles putting in some work. I drew that line back here on this day, and just simply because it's following my line almost to a T, showing the lows very, 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 very nicely here. This beautiful little hump that we had here, we had that there as well, just one day late. But Twitter, guys, we did get triggered into this. It does look good. We are currently gapping up 30 cents, and we are in on this one for a swing trade. So we'll have to watch and wait and see how this one pans out. We do have delectable volume right now. Long-term moving averages, crossover has happened long term, and we are definitely looking bullish on Twitter. So keep your eyes peeled on Twitter, guys. We most likely could look to trade higher on this one, and most likely see a little bit more of a rise up into these highs again around 43. So that looks fantastic. Here's one on VIPS. Now VIPS we've been watching VIPS for quite some time. Actually, we've been watching this trade set up since the start of September, and we did throw in a fantastic, phenomenal hammer of Thor on VIPS on the 3rd of September. It was absolutely sensational. Originally, we did have a trade set up with entry at 17.30 and a stop below 15. But today, since we are starting to squeeze here and build that pressure up, guys, we are getting really nice increasing volume, sensational hammerage candles right now, and this is just a phenomenal trend, and we are looking to bar that dip. So if you are a fan of buying off the 200 simple moving average, VIPS, make sure it's on your watch list. It does look very nice for a little swing trade. Here is the ASX 200. Now, I did mention we'd probably squeeze between the 100 and 200. This does look a little bit weak, guys. We could very well come back down to around 52 and some change. And this, we did actually This particular candle, I did speak about that in the trading room, and I said if this candle does get taken out, guys, be a little bit more bearish than bullish on the markets. So it has been taken out with what was the high? The high of this candle was 55.76, which was the open. Guys, this is a perfect bearish Marubozu candle. So this is very, very, very bearish. So right now, guys, the overall markets in the ASX do look a little bit weak right now. Here's DTL. DTL, however, does look to be showing some strength. We have been trending very, very nicely. Personally, I mean, if you're already in this one, then fantastic. I know there are some real life traders who are in on this one. But if you're not, I would probably just wait a little bit just because the market is not looking super strong. And obviously, if we do come back down to the 100 simple moving average, that would be a fantastic dip buying opportunity. Here is Westpac Banking, ticker symbol WBC. Now, a lot of the banking sectors I have mentioned that would trade sideways. Back here, I mentioned we'll trade sideways for the next 6 months. So that'll bring us to about December or the start of 2021. And I still do believe that we will continue to trade completely sideways. There isn't a whole lot here happening. If you take a look at the monthly chart, I mean, we could very well trade back down to the 200 simple moving average. That would be absolutely fantastic. You guys can see that the volume is kind of dropping off here, so most likely just going to trade completely sideways, if not just trickle down sideways and then maybe look to bounce on WBC. Here's crude oil. Now, crude oil did get a little bit of bounce action just the last few days. Looks pretty fantastic, looks amazing. I do expect us probably to sell off a little bit here, just because the volume that did break above the 200 simple moving average was a little bit weak. But gold also is keeping its strength. We've been talking about gold for quite some time. I myself are looking at picking up a few shares of GLD, and there are a few real life traders who did buy GLD back here and are still looking to hold through this monstrous retest and then look to take this on higher. So well done to all the real life traders who are in gold. And last but not least, the Aussie dollar. Now the Aussie dollar, guys, I have mentioned that we'd most likely trade sideways along this particular range. You can see that on the shorter term moving averages we are holding up above the 20 EMA. I don't think that is going to happen forever. We are throwing in some really nice upper wicks at this particular moment, and we have a little bit of selling pressure here. So I just expect us to kind of trade within a small range here, and then if we do come back down to the 50, that would be absolutely incredible. Alright guys, have a fantastic weekend. I'll be back next week with another free real life stock review just for you. And until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. You rock.